times the investment you're getting on your money right now, and I'll do that for you in a week. Okay? So he told me he'd get back to me. So okay, whatever. But that's the kind of meeting that I want to be doing every day. That's what I see myself being in my highest and best use. Is hopefully I develop relationships with the people in this room. That you're calling me up from time to time or emailing me. Email's actually best for me. Because my phone blows up all day long. I don't have time to answer the thing. I can't answer half of them. But if you send me emails, I'll look at all my emails. I really do. I might not respond to all of them, but it doesn't mean I didn't look at it. If you got a real estate deal, email it to me. Tell me about the deal. Show me some pictures. Put together some kind of professional layout so I know what it is you're talking about. I might be able to raise money for your deal, or maybe you raise money for one of my deals. So many ways we can help each other, okay? So, of course you got to have a strong deal too, okay? That's a quick synopsis about how I raise private money. But you've also got to have a good deal to put the money into. You can't just buy some retail property off the MLS, off of a traditional realtor, and expect that someone's going to go, yeah, I'm in on that deal. Okay? Because you've got it. You're the one who's going to be the expert in the business. So even if you're not an expert, you can become an expert pretty quickly. And you have to find strong deals. So one of the things that I do, this is one of the ways I do it, I find the deals first. And I lock up the deals, meaning I get that deal under contract. I don't go around waving my arms, telling people that I got a deal here and I got a deal here until I've actually got that deal locked up. Lock it up for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, as long as you can do it. And then I lock that property up, and then I get right to work preparing, a document, which I'm going to show you right now. And I call you, it's just doing your homework, finding out why is this a good deal. I have to be able to present this in a professional manner to the person who's going to lend me the money. I have to make them understand why this is a good deal. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get prepared to present this deal. All right? And the deal is the key. I've got my contacts, now I've got the deal, and now all I got to do is put the two pieces together. That's it. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to start making phone calls. I'm going to start setting up meetings, okay? And I'm going to explain to people why I perceive this deal to be a great deal. One of the things that makes it easy is, I always say, does the deal have some sex appeal to it? If I have a row home, for example, it's $30,000, it's a little hard to get people excited about that kind of thing. You might have a private lender that kind of deal is perfect for it. But nowadays, when I'm dealing with bigger numbers, I try to find deals that have some sex appeal to it. Now, this deal here is a picture of a house I bought on May 1st. I paid $387,000 for this. What was originally built as a single home, now it's a duplex. And it looks like hell. Nobody's fixed a damn thing on this house since 1946 when it was built. It's practically fallen apart. But the bones of the house are good. I like to say it's got good bones. So what I'm doing with this house is it happens to be located on Siesta Key Beach, which is the #1 rated beach in the United States, right across the street from the beach. So this lot was worth $387,000 in my opinion, just without the house on it. And all the houses in the area, the house next door is $4.5 million, the one across the street is $5 million, one across the street, $1.1 million. So all around me are these seven-figure houses. And I went out, I raised $500,000 to do this deal, to buy it, to renovate it. Construction starts in about 2 weeks, and it's supposed to be finished on Christmas. And I'm going to turn it into a vacation rental down there, and I'm going to get to use it. So this is a property I'm going to rent out like for 3 months in the in the wintertime, where I can make all kinds of money in the wintertime, and then I'm going to go down there and use it when it's not being rented. So talk about quality of life, right? It's not all about money. Not every decision I make is about money. Money is great, but your life can't just be about that. It has to be about quality too. I want to be adding vacation rentals across the street from Siesta Key Beach that I can go to anytime I want. Doesn't that get you a little excited? Doesn't that make things great? I'm going there Sunday morning. This is a form I use. I'm going to zip through this real quick. I sell these in my buyer's briefcase. If you buy the buyer's briefcase, if you buy the whole thing, you get this. It's called the Private Money Placement Generator Form. Okay, so suppose I buy a house and I want to raise money for it. I have comps over here that I get off the MLS. I have maps that I show people. Here's the other red balloons where the other houses are. Okay? And then I go into this document, which is a question and answer document where it's already set up. Because I already know, I've been doing this for 25 years, I already know what the people are going to ask me. I already know the answers, so why should I waste time repeating all of these things? So I put it all in writing, so it's all right here. I give you this document if you buy the buyer's briefcase. This is very effective, especially if you're dealing with the mom and pop people who never heard of private lending until you told them at the party you met them at 3 days ago when they asked you what you did for a living, and you said, I raised private money for amazing real estate deals. So now you're sending them a Q&A. This thing's like 6 pages long and it answers everything that they're ever going to ask you. Okay? And then, I go through some more where I break down the subject property. I give them public records. I happen to be a realtor, so I get this information easily. If you can't get it, I'll get it for you. I'll help you with that. Okay? And then I get to what I call the story. The story is, let's face it, we all have to be salesmen in this world, okay? Some people put a bad name on that, but to me, I don't hide the fact that I'm a salesman. I'm excited about what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing is good, it's honorable, it's smart, and I'm not going to hide and not tell people about it. I'm going to tell everybody about what I'm doing, right? So what I do here is I sell it, okay? I explain how much money I need, what interest rate I'm willing to pay on that money, what kind of security interest they're going to get on the property. I tell them the story about the property, how I found it, why I like it, where it is, what I'm going to do with it, what I'm going to rent it for, how I'm going to fix it. Okay? You got to get people excited about what it is. If you're not excited about what you're doing, you're never going to get anyone else excited about it. Nobody wants to say, I met this guy last night, he's kind of quiet, and he has this mediocre house that I'm thinking about lending on. That's not going to happen. You got to get fired up about what it is that you're doing. It doesn't have to be a beach house in Siesta Key. It could be a house right up across the street from where you live. That's probably a great place to start because you know a lot about that area. But you tell the story. And on here I give, suppose there's construction involved. They go out and get some construction estimates. Suppose there's renting, vacation rentals involved. I go out and find out what the area, other buildings nearby rent for, and I give them that data. So I do all the homework for them. How long does this take me to do? If I buy a house for $387,000, I get one under contract, I go back, it takes me like a day to put this thing together. I write up a couple of pages, I do some homework, I make some phone calls. Maybe it takes me 2-3 days. But now I own a $500,000 house. I'm going to have $500 grand into it. I estimate that this particular house is going to be worth somewhere around $700,000 to $850,000 when I'm finished with it. Right? And that's pretty conservative because everything nearby is selling for $1 million. But just to keep the numbers safe, I'm going to say, and it's a duplex too. It's going to rent like crazy. We have a duplex down there right now. Think of a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom that rents in Florida for $750 a month if you were renting to an annual tenant who lived there 12 months a year. That same property, I just rented just one side of the duplex for $3,000 a month to a couple in Washington, D.C. They probably work for the government and are totally overpaid. And I rented them the house. From January 1 to March 30th, they sent me $9,000 plus 12% tax plus cleaning fees and some other fees. And so I got a check for $10,000. Now, that is more money. $10,000 is more money than I could rent the other side of the duplex for the whole year. I got paid 100% of the money up front. So there's no evictions. I'm not getting screwed on this. I get all the money up front, right? It's a great little business. Great little business. The cash flow is great. I love it. Okay? That's all in the story. Pictures. You show people pictures. Because you got to get your private lenders excited about what it is you're doing. This right here, this is my house that I just bought. This is $4.5 million monstrosity across right next door. This is a 7-unit hotel, more or less, vacation rentals, with a swimming pool in the back. This is just another view of looking at it. And this is the #1 beach in the United States. This is all just dunes to get from the road to the beach, and my house is right there. So that's just one deal. Then I got 16 of them down there now, and I'm very excited about what